Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing what I'm loving with you. I haven't done a favorites video in a few months. I like to do these every 2-3 months just to share the products that I'm really loving, reaching for all the time. I have a little bit of everything today. We have some skincare, some makeup of course, and then just a few random lifestyle things as well. If you're new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you'll subscribe and let's get started. Okay, let's actually start with skincare. I have a few things that I've been using for the past few months and really enjoy. Let's start with the one that I was pretty convinced that I wasn't gonna think was that great, but then I ordered it and I actually do agree with the hype on this one. And it's this product from Rhode. This is the Glazing Milk. I'm sure you've probably seen this all over your YouTube, your Instagram, your TikTok. I have actually tried every product from this line except for her brand new cleanser, I think, that just came out like a week ago. I haven't tried that yet, but I've tried everything else. So I've tried this, I've tried the lip balms, I've tried the moisturizer and the, forget what the other product is, but the one that's supposed to be like a glazing serum. I've tried that too. Personally, I was not super impressed by any of the things except this. I have to say, mine's almost gone. I have a little bit left, but this I will absolutely repurchase when I run out of it. I have kind of mentioned that I've been really into toners, essences, and layering them. This I've been layering in the morning. I don't use this one at night. I don't really know why. I only use this in the morning. Mainly, I think because this is a great one underneath makeup, but this is an essence toner that is a little bit on the thicker side. It's milky, but it's also a thicker texture, but it feels amazing on your skin. There's no fragrance, has lots of ceramides, all the good things for your skin, and if you struggle with dryness, even if you don't struggle with dryness, this is a really good product to prep your skin for makeup or just to incorporate in your skincare routine. I really enjoy it and I do actually plan to buy it again. I've been using this for, I don't know, probably 3 months, maybe a little bit longer than that, and mine is almost gone, but I really do like it and I do actually think this one is worth the hype. Sometimes, it's kind of hit or miss with things that you hear about all the time and you start wondering, okay, is that actually really good? This actually is. Then I've also been loving a different eye cream for my morning skincare routine. So this is what I do with my morning skincare routine. This is not the eye cream that I'll apply at night or the one that I use if I'm up here and it's been a while since I've applied skincare. I'll use a different eye cream. I'm kind of an eye cream fanatic. I really, really like them. But this is by the brand BU, which, how appropriate for my channel. This is BU, the caffeine eye cream, and I have really been enjoying this. This was sent to me, but I've loved it, so I wanted to share. It's just a thin cream. So I really like creams as opposed to more of a gel formula, really with moisturizer and eye cream. But I don't want something too thick for in the morning, especially if I'm going to put makeup on over the top. I like something that kind of absorbs fast, but leaves my skin feeling hydrated, my under eyes feeling hydrated. This definitely does. It has caffeine in it, so if you struggle with puffiness, I don't really have puffy eyes. I have a lot of darkness under my eyes, as you know, but this just kind of adds some moisture, not too much, and it really absorbs on my under eyes. It also is fragrance free, which is amazing. It's cruelty free and paraben free too. I actually like this type of packaging. It looks like this because you can really just squirt it directly onto your under eyes. You don't have to stick your finger in anything. So I've really been loving this from this brand, and I love their branding and their name, of course, BU. So cute. I also wanted to talk about this moisturizer from Aveeno. This is the Calm and Restore Redness Relief Moisturizing Cream. I wanted to mention this because when I had my surgery about, and this goes up probably 2 months ago now. I had my laparoscopy. A lot of you probably know that. After that surgery, I don't know what happened to my skin, like my face skin. It was so irritated. So irritated. And for a few days after I had the surgery, my skin was just mad. It was red and like hot to the touch. I don't know what, especially in my cheeks. I guess it was some type of reaction. I do think I have a form of rosacea, so I'm assuming it was related to that, but I wasn't wanting to put much on my skin, but I felt like I needed to do something to try to calm it down. So I literally quit using everything and just started putting this on my face for a few days, and my skin loved this. Loved this. It immediately made my skin feel so much better. Not that hot feeling. If you struggle with sensitive skin or you have rosacea, you probably know what I mean, but your skin will just get this like literally lit from within, but not in a good way kind of feel, like you're literally on fire. That's what happened to me. And I don't know if it was just a reaction from like the stress of the surgery. I don't know what it was, but this cream is amazing. It is a really thick moisturizer. So I use this at nighttime. I don't use this during the day because it's a little bit on the thicker side, but there is no fragrance and it's just a really good, thick, rich cream. I believe this one has oats in it. Yeah. So also if you just have sensitive skin in general, this line from Aveeno is really good because it has the oats in it, which is good for sensitivity. But I wanted to mention it because if you have sensitive skin, especially this time of year, if you have a drier skin type, this stuff is so nice. I have really been loving it and my skin loved it. And the last skincare, this is kind of a body care product, I guess, but it's by the brand Hanni, and it's called the Splash Salve in Shower Moisture Treatment. So this is a really interesting product. I've never used anything like this before. I think this is a newer brand to Sephora, but basically what this is it's a balm. So it looks like that. It's a really thick balm. It kind of looks like a cleansing balm. But basically, after you've showered, shaved, whatever you're gonna do, you take some of this and put it all over your body. I usually just do my arms and my legs. And you rinse off, but just barely. You don't wanna like rinse for a really long time. You just kind of wanna skim wherever you applied this with water. When you get out, you just kind of pat yourself dry. You don't want to like abrasively rub or anything like that. And it basically moisturizes your skin in the shower. So you feel when you get out like you've applied lotion all over your body, like a really thick cream, but you haven't. It's from this. And the reason I love this is because I suck at putting lotion on my body when I get out of the shower. I don't know what it is. I've always just kind of had this thing about it. I don't know. I love doing skincare on my face, but for whatever reason, I don't want to apply lotion to my body. I don't know why. This kind of helps me not have to do that, and my skin feels much, much better. I definitely struggle with dry skin this time of year, body skin. My face doesn't get too dry, probably because I overhydrate it all the time, but my body skin definitely does get on the drier side. So I've been loving this. This has just a slight smell to it, but I love the smell. It's very light and clean. It just smells like you've just gotten out of the shower. It's very light, it's nothing super in your face or crazy, but I've been loving it. Mine is, I guess I've used up more than half of it, but I really like this. I would buy this with my own money. I did get this in PR, but I would buy it myself because I've really, really been loving it. All right, moving on to makeup. I have a lot to share. I want to preface this by saying you're going to see a lot of Victoria Beckham in this favorites video because I've definitely been bitten by the Victoria Beckham bug. I have tried a bunch of their stuff over the last few months, as you may know if you've been watching my videos, and I just absolutely love it. I am all about Victoria Beckham right now. So yes, there is a lot of Victoria Beckham here. That's what I've been loving. So the first thing is not from Victoria Beckham, and if you've been watching, you may guess this one. This has to be a favorite, the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Corrector in Cherry Blossom. I did a whole video dedicated to this. If you want to see that, I will link it above for you. But this has been a game changer, truly. I absolutely love that she came out with a pink color corrector, a true pink color corrector that's not so light that it looks white. Again, I did a video kind of talking about all my thoughts on this, so definitely go watch it if you're interested in that, but I have been loving this. One of the things I've discovered is I actually love mixing this in with a concealer. I like applying it underneath as well, like you typically do with color corrector, but what I've been doing the most in the last month or since I've had this is I'll do like 1 dot, sometimes 2 dots of this, and then I'll take whatever concealer I'm using and do like a dot of that and blend them together. That's what I've been loving the most with this. So it's kind of like a shade adjuster for my concealers if I have something that's too warm or too yellow or just not corrective enough under my eyes. Mixing this in seems to really help. And that's what I've been doing since I got this, really. I love it. I did do that today with my concealer that I'm going to mention in a minute. But I absolutely love this. If you are around my skin tone and you have blue, purple, or red under your eyes, you're looking for something to help you cover or correct it, I love, love, love Cherry Blossom from Huda Beauty. All right, I have 2 complexion products to share with you. One of them probably won't be a surprise. The other one probably will. We'll start with the obvious one first. I won't spend a ton of time talking about it because I feel like I've talked it into the ground at this point. But if I've been wanting a medium buildable coverage, this is what I've been using since I tried it, truly. And I think I tried this in December, like middle of December. I remember I did a video on it, but I don't remember when it was. Since I tried it for the first time, I just use it constantly if I'm wanting more coverage. This is the Yensa Skin on Skin BB Full Coverage SPF 40 foundation. So this is not light by any means in terms of coverage. So you have to want a good bit of coverage to use this and like it. On my skin, it's more of a natural finish. I have heard a few people say that they thought it was a little bit glowy on them. On me, I don't find it super glowy. I would call it just a natural skin-like finish, but I love it. This has been my go-to when I want some coverage. This has been it. It has SPF 40 in it. I still wear SPF underneath. I wear the shade Light Neutral, and I think this should be talked about more. This is a beautiful foundation, beautiful coverage, beautiful on the skin. I will say I do apply this sparingly. I don't apply a ton of this. Like I would apply less than a pump for my whole face because it is a more full coverage product. So unless you want a ton of pigment, a ton of coverage, I would apply less maybe than you think you need. But it's so beautiful. It wears well on me and I love it. The other complexion product will probably shock you because I'm pretty positive I have not mentioned this in a video ever. But boy, have I fallen really hard for this product. And it's this from Jane Iredale. This is the HydroPure Tinted Serum. So this is one of those products that has like the little pigment beads in it. So you pump it out, you kind of rub it between your fingers and apply it with your hands. I got this out probably 3 weeks ago. I guess I put it in my everyday makeup drawer this month. That's what it was. And a few weeks ago, I was doing my makeup for the day and I got this out and I was like, you know what? I'm going to test this out. They did send this to me, but they sent it a while ago, like probably 6 months ago. And I haven't really messed with it too much because this is not something I would look at and think, oh, I would really like this. I am obsessed with this stuff. This is what I have on today with a concealer as my foundation over the top. So I'll share that in a minute, but this really, really surprised me. So what I do is I took 2 pumps of this today rubbed it between my fingers. I really rub it into my fingers, so a lot of the pigment beads have kind of spread evenly already on my fingers, and then I rub it all over. And it's the hardest thing to describe. It doesn't give coverage, I would say, but it does something to my skin. It just makes my skin look better. Doesn't cover anything. I can definitely still see all of my skin peeking through it, but it just gives ever so slightly a little bit of an even tone to my skin. I don't know how to even describe it, but I really love this. And now I'm wondering, have I been missing out on this type of product for a really long time? I know there's the Rose Ink products like this that I've not tried, and of course the Chanel Water Fresh Tint. Does this mean I need to try the Chanel Water Fresh Tint? If you have it and you like it, is it similar to this? If it is, please let me know, because now I'm thinking I've been missing out on this kind of product. So now I really want to try the Chanel one. I'm shocked because I did not think this was going to be something that I liked. I wear this shade light number 2 and I love it. I have been wearing this with concealer, just spot concealing over the top so much in the last month. Unless I'm wearing this, but like I said, this is more for fuller coverage. So if you like this kind of product, you want to just very lightly even out your skin tone. This is beautiful and it looks absolutely undetectable on your skin. All right, the concealer that I've been talking about is actually this one. And again, I am so surprised by this. This is the Catrice True Skin concealer. And I have to thank Tiffany, again, Tiffany, if you're watching, thank you so much for suggesting this shade of this product. So this is the shade 10 Cool Cashmere. And I have tried this concealer in the past. I've never had a good shade for me, and I mentioned that in a few videos, and Tiffany recommended this shade, and I love this now. I love this so much. This is what I've been pairing with this. So I go in with this, and then I'll take this and just add the coverage where I need it. That's what I did today. So this is what I have on my face today with the Jane Iredale serum. And I love this now. It does have, I would say, like a soft matte finish also. So you don't really need to set this concealer. I found I have been using a little bit of powder, but I do think it dries down really well. So I don't think you necessarily need to set it with powder, but I love it. It's a great shade match for me. And I'm so happy that I finally have a shade in this. This gives great coverage as well. I would say medium to full for sure. I love it. I highly recommend this if you can find a good shade match. I've been loving this. It's long lasting on me and it's beautiful. Okay, the next one is another predictable one, but I have to put it in here because this is the only powder that I'm using at the moment. It's NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop in the shade Light. I mentioned this in my underrated products video. You've seen by now, by the time this goes up. This is literally the only powder I have been using, and I'm not exaggerating. I have literally been reaching for this every single day. I have been setting my T-zone mainly with this. Just here, center of my forehead, and my chin. That's what I've been doing and loving it. It sets my makeup, it mattifies, it blurs a little bit, but it doesn't look heavy or dry on my skin. I love it. I said this in the underrated makeup video, but I'm shocked I haven't hit pan on it, truly, because I've got to be close, because I'm not kidding. I've been using this and only this every single day. So if you're looking for a drugstore mattifying powder that comes in 12 shades, it's like $10, highly recommend. I actually only have one blush to mention, which is kind of a shock. I usually mention at least 2. Usually more than 2, but I only have one because this is the one. This is the one, again, that I can't stop using. I've been using it all month and really before that. I absolutely love this Victoria Beckham blush. I'm sorry if some of this is overkill, but I want to actually share what I'm reaching for constantly, and this is definitely one of the products. This is the Cheeky Posh blush in the shade Fame. This is what I have on today. This is the only blush I have on today. This is one of those products I just feel good every time I wear this, and I'm not sure what it is exactly. I think it's the shade. The shade is a berry color, but it's a little bit pink. It's a little bit cool toned, but it has a little bit of warmth in it too. I don't know, but I just love this shade in Fame. But I also love the formula. This is a very buildable formula. So today I did one layer of it, and then I went in and added some more. I apply this from the back of my hand. So I get it on the back of my hand, get my brush, get it built up on the brush, and tap it on. And that's the best way to apply it that I found personally. But it's beautiful. It's a bit of a balmier consistency, but it has some pigment to it. It's a little bit glowy. Not glowy, but it gives a little bit of like a sheen on your cheek. So if you don't like that, you probably wouldn't like this. But if you do, I love it. It's heavy, it feels good, it's pretty. I love it. I don't know what else to say about it other than I want more colors. The bronzer that I've been reaching for is definitely this one from Sigma. This is their powder bronzer in the shade Light. If you saw my video where I tried this out, this was another product I liked pretty much right away, and I've still been using it since then. I've really been enjoying this formula from Sigma. I did get this in PR, but I liked it pretty much immediately when I tried it. I really like the formula. It's very, I was gonna say thin, but that's not the right word. It's just a very finely milled powder, so it's not difficult to apply. It's very blendable, very buildable, and I really like the color Light. It is warm, but it's not too warm. You know how if you have fair skin or light skin, a lot of times bronzers will pull too warm. It's too orange. This has warmth to it, but it's not too much. It's kind of in between a neutral and a warm undertone for me. But I've been loving it, and I've been using this as eyeshadow too with another product that I'll mention in a minute. But this has been the bronzer that I've been using for the past few weeks. All right, another super obvious one, but of course, this had to, in fact, this was the first product I wrote down when I was planning out this video. This ABH brow powder, I don't know what to say other than I love it. I haven't used anything else. I don't want to use anything else. I wear this shade medium brown. I can't believe I've gone this long and not been using a brow powder in my brows. I think this is literally the perfect, most natural way to fill in your brows. I don't see myself ever using something else, to be honest. If you've never tried powder in your brows, try with an eyeshadow you have at home. Something that you have at home, and just see what you think about it. Because I don't know what possessed me to buy this a few months ago, but I don't know, I was curious. I decided to try it, and I'm so glad I did. Otherwise, I would have never known how much I love a powdered brow. It just looks so soft and feathery and natural. I absolutely love it. I highly recommend anyone try it. If you haven't, do it. Use an eyeshadow you have at home. See if you like it. But I don't think I'm ever going back to anything else. I've been using one eyeshadow pretty much for the last few weeks. I just throw this on my eyes. I haven't even been priming them some days with something. I'll just throw this on by itself. It's the Victoria Beckham eyeshadow stick in the shade Trench. So Trench is just a neutral brown. It's a matte brown. It's just a little bit deeper than my natural skin tone, so it doesn't provide a ton of color on me, as you'll see in the B-roll, but it gives just enough of something on my eyes. It's a perfect one and done matte eyeshadow, and it lasts really well on me. I have actually been setting this with a little bit of my powder. That's something I've been doing lately with this product, and I would recommend trying it if you have trouble with cream shadow sticks lasting on you. Try applying them and then taking just a little bit of whatever setting powder you have or that you're using, and go over it really lightly. And I found that keeps shadow sticks in place. So definitely try that out. But I have been reaching for this almost daily. I have heard this formula in other shades besides Trench is not that good. So I can only speak to this one shade because it's the only one that I've tried. But I have heard a few people say they tried other shades of this formula and they weren't crazy about it. So I'm only speaking to the shade Trench, but for me, this one has been working great. It's a perfect one and done eyeshadow for me. With the cream shadow stick, I've been pairing these, the Satin Kajal liners from Victoria Beckham. I've been talking about these here on YouTube, on my Instagram. I just can't get enough of them. I have both of these on today. The way I wear them the most is I wear the shade Cinnamon on my lash line, which is what I did today, and then I use Cocoa in my waterline. That's typically how I use it. I've used Cocoa occasionally on my top lash line, but I really like this one the best in my waterline. I like Cinnamon for liner because it's warm, it's a brown, but it's just a lot less intense looking than a chocolate brown like Cocoa. So that's how I've been wearing them. I love them. Cinnamon is a really beautiful bronzy brown. It's a very unique color. I love it. Highly recommend this formula in general. Now I want more, which is, I was afraid was going to happen, which is why I kind of put off trying these for a long time, but I'm hooked now. I love them. They're creamy. They set down. They're beautiful. I have two mascaras to mention. The first one is this one from Clinique. Of course, I've been talking about this quite a bit as well, but this is the High Impact Hi-Fi Full Volume Mascara. This is fantastic. It does everything. It adds volume, length. It has little fibers in it. You can see them on the wand if you look really close. It has little fibers in it, so it adds thickness and fullness, but it also does a really good job of separating the lashes, lengthening them. It's truly, it does it all for me. I have the shade Black Brown. I wish they made a true brown in this one, but they don't. The Black Brown, I mean, it looks black. Maybe not like intense black, but it does look black on your lashes. But I love this mascara so much. It gives impact with one coat. You don't have to build it up. You get length, volume, separation, all of it with one swipe. Truly, it's that good. And no one is talking about it. I don't know why. This also made it in my underrated products video because it's so good and no one is talking about it. And then the mascara that I have on today, this has kind of been my everyday mascara because it's more natural looking, and it's the Merit mascara. This is the Clean Lash mascara. This is just a very basic mascara, but it's tubing. So it comes off in the little tubes with warm water. Has a very basic wand. It's just a straight wand, but this one is definitely more for length and separation. I don't get a ton of volume from this, but for every day, I like a lengthening mascara and something that separates. I don't always want a ton of volume, just for every day. So that's what I use this for. Again, my only complaint is I wish it came in brown. This one only comes in black as of right now, but it's a great formula. Very nice, natural, everyday mascara. And then I have two lip products to share. And in my last few videos, I've gotten quite a few comments asking what was on my lips. It's this combo. The lip liner, again from Victoria Beckham, I know. It's the lip definer in the shade number 2. This has been my favorite lip liner as of recently. Looks like this. It's kind of like a warmer brown, but I love this formula. It's just a classic wooden pencil, but it's very long lasting. It's creamy, but it's not too creamy. It's not super creamy. It's just a very good traditional wooden lip liner. This is what I've been wearing with this lip oil from Sigma. This Renew lip oil in the shade All Heart. It's like a mauve-y, rosy color. This is what I have on my lips today, but One other thing I've been doing, this is the true combo. I've been using Victoria Beckham number 2 for lip liner. Then I take the blush in Fame and add just a little bit of that, kind of rub my lips together, and then I top it with this Sigma lip oil. I've gotten quite a few questions in the comments in the last few videos of what's on my lips. That's been what's on my lips. Every day for the most part, that's what I'm using. There are a few brushes that I want to mention. They probably won't be surprises either, but they are definitely standouts for me right now. One of them is this one, the 113. This is what I've been pairing with this powder every day. So this is the brush from BK Beauty. It's called the small flat powder brush, but I like this because it's the perfect size. This is where I set my face 9 times out of 10, and this fits perfectly right here, down the side of my mouth here, my chin, and then I usually do it right in the center of my forehead. That's how I've been setting my face pretty much every day, and this is the brush that I've been using. I can't think of another brush from another brand that even looks kind of similar to this. Honestly, I bet you could use this for foundation too, because it's flat. So it looks like this, but it kind of looks like those traditional foundation painter brushes. So I should probably try that at some point, but this has been my go-to powder brush recently. And then I know you've seen me using this in every video, the Sigma E75. This is their angled brow brush. This is what I've been using with that brow powder. So it looks like this. It's just a small little angled brush, but it's the perfect size. Perfect size, not too big, not too small, and it applies my brow powders beautifully. This is also a good brush for winged liner. Typically I use my 208 brush from BK Beauty because it's smaller than this one, but this brush is also pretty small. It's just not as small as the 208. So you could also use this for winged liner, but I use it for my brow powder. But I wanted to mention it because this is literally the perfect brow brush I've ever used. Okay, that's it for the makeup, but I wanted to share a few lifestyle things. The first one is actually a fragrance. It's been a while since I've mentioned a fragrance on my channel, but I've recently rediscovered this fragrance, and it's this one. So this is Heavenly from Victoria's Secret, and this is not new to me. This was my signature fragrance when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, probably till I was about 20, honestly. I worked at Victoria's Secret for 5 years. That was actually my first job. So during that time, I wore this fragrance, and I quit wearing it as I got older. I tried other things, as you do, but I bought a new bottle of it recently because I just missed it. I was in a Victoria's Secret not long ago and I sprayed myself with it. And this is just me in a fragrance. I don't know why I like this so much. I even looked up the notes just now because I'm not good at telling you what's in, like what a fragrance smells like, but the notes on this are musk, vanilla sandalwood, and white jasmine. It's very comforting and just, I don't know, something about it. It's clean, but it's a little bit of a warm, cozy smell. I don't know. I just love it, and I wanted to mention it. I don't know how to tell you if you would like it or not, but a lot of you are probably familiar with this. I just wanted to mention it because this was my signature scent for a very long time, and I'm bringing it back. Next is something super random, but I thought it would be fun to mention this, and it's actually my planner. So I love a planner. I've always loved a planner, and really in school, throughout my whole life, really, I've liked planners, but ever since doing YouTube content creation, I really started using my planner a lot. This is how I keep track of what I'm posting, what I'm filming, what I need to edit, what I need to send to someone for approval, things like that. I keep it all in here. And this is actually the Day Designer. I had this same brand last year, but I had a different layout. So this is a weekly layout. I'll insert a clip here so you can see like the weekly layout, but basically you have 2 pages. It's the full week. So you have all 7 days, and then you have like some little bullet points for like a to-do list. And then you have like a true calendar, obviously, for every month. But I don't know, it's very simple. Like, I'll show you here. This is for February, but so you have a little notes section over here, and then you have a to-do list here, but it just keeps me in line. So I try every night before I go to bed, I come and write down what I'm going to do the next day, what needs to be done the next day, and then I check it off the list because I like to check things off of a list. But I figured I would share if you need a new planner or you want a suggestion. I really like this brand, Day Designer. Last year I had the daily version, so each day had its own page. This year I just did the weekly one because I found I didn't really need a whole page for every day. So I've really been liking the weekly version. But the other thing that I love, and okay, this is such a Blair thing. This is something a lot of you probably don't know about me, but I also love like school supplies. I love pens, pencils, markers. I love staples. Like, I don't mean staples like they go on a stapler. I mean staples like the store. That is where I got this planner, and that is where I got these. Okay, this is such a funny, I can't believe I'm even including this in this video, but I have a feeling some of you out there are probably like me. So this is the Midliner Creative Marker Set. And of course it's called the neutral set because of course. So you get 8 markers in here, and they're all really pretty, muted, neutral colors. They match the planner, not that you need to match, but these are the kinds of things that really excite me. I'm exposing how truly boring of a person that I am. But these markers are nice because one end they're double-ended. So one has like an angled tip to it. It's like a boulder tip, kind of like a highlighter would. And then the other side has like a small, more fine felt tip here. So I love these. I use these in my planner, and I don't know, it just makes me feel good to use like pretty pens. I know that's silly, but that's just kind of a thing. I've always been like that. When I was in school, I was like that, and I am 31 and I'm still like that. I love staples. Okay, almost done. Just a few more things. I wanted to mention my Skims pajamas. I don't think I've ever loved a pair of pajamas like I love these Skims Soft Lounge pajama set. I mentioned them in my gift guide video, if you saw that for Christmas. I cannot recommend those pajamas enough. They are so high quality. They're very thick, ribbed material. They're that very soft kind of modal feeling fabric, if you know what that means. It's very comfortable to sleep in. It's very cooling. They just kind of move well when you're sleeping. I love them. I have 2 pairs. I have a green pair and a gray pair. And a few days ago I was on the website, and now they have like a lavender purple pair. The way I had to restrain myself not to order the lavender pair. They're so cute. They're a long sleeve top and long sleeve bottoms. I think they might make the short sleeve version as well. I only have the long sleeve ones, but I am a pajama girl. I am very much a pajamas, sweatpants, sweatshirt, like those kinds of things. Those are my favorite things. I am like the cozy person. I love all things cozy, and pajamas are another thing that just make me happy. And that pair in particular, so good. They are on the more expensive side, but they're worth every penny. I literally wear the 2 pairs that I have. I wash them, I wear them again. Like, honestly, I could get rid of everything else at this point because I love them. I love them. I had to put them in here. Something else that I wanted to mention is actually my new desk. So if you watched my everyday makeup drawer for January that went up a few weeks ago, I mentioned that I got a new desk for filming, and I got it off Amazon. It was pretty affordable. It was not super expensive, but I have been absolutely in love with this desk. It has 2 really large drawers in it. So I have makeup in one, I have my everyday makeup on this side, and then I have just other random things, brushes, hair stuff, just random stuff in the other drawer. But this desk is the perfect size. You have plenty of room to spread everything out. Even if you don't film YouTube videos, this would make a great desk or a vanity, anything you want to use it for. But I really highly recommend this one from Amazon. I've been loving mine. I have the one with the white legs, and I think it comes with gold legs too. So I think you can choose either one. But I have the one with the white and the gold knobs on the drawers. It was pretty easy to put together, but I will say it definitely takes two people to put it together. My mom and I put this one together, so just know that if you order it, you're gonna need someone to help you assemble it. But I've been loving it. I'm so happy that I upgraded this table. And the last thing I wanted to mention is actually a book, and I don't have it anymore. I gave mine to my mom, but it's the Britney Spears book, The Woman in Me. I read that, and I'm not a fast reader. I like to read, but typically, unless I'm really, really into something, I don't read things quickly. I read that book pretty quickly. It was really hard to put down, honestly. It's just the story of her life, starting from her childhood to now, and it was fascinating. I would recommend it for sure. If you have any interest in Britney Spears whatsoever and you haven't read that book, I highly recommend that you do. I have always really liked to read autobiographies, and that one was just, I don't know. I really enjoyed it, and is very insightful things that you would never know about her are in that book. So I would recommend it for sure if you have any interest in Britney Spears. It's one that you probably won't want to put down, or at least I didn't. All right, you guys, that is everything that I'm loving, that I've been using, that I wanted to share. I hope you enjoyed the video. I love sharing these videos. I don't do them every month just because I try to be really picky about what I mention in favorites videos, and I like to really think about it, make sure it's really something that I love before I make these videos. So just know the things that I mention, I really do truly love. I will have everything listed and linked for you in the description box. I do use affiliate links that support my channel if you shop through them. I hope you'll subscribe if you have not already. Let me know what you've been loving, whether it's makeup, skincare, brushes, lifestyle, whatever. Let me know what you're loving right now in the comments. Make sure to follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. And I will see you next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye.